Hello everyone and welcome you all to a new episode of this bond we share, and now let us share this bond. The two quickly walk off and out of sight, leaving Yuri and I alone on the dim lit street. Yuri doesn't say goodbye, her eyes are locked onto the ground as if she's too wrapped in her own thoughts. Everything okay? Her foggy eyes snap to mine. She seems confused for a second before regaining her composure. Yeah, just not looking forward to the walk home. Long walk? Yuri's eyes drift to the ground again. Long, dark, lonely. I can only imagine, trapped in her own mind as she is, a long walk could feel like a long lecture on self-doubt. Been there, not fun. Why don't you come along? Keep you company. Her eyes once again dart up to meet mine, her cheeks flushed a deep red. I couldn't possibly ask you to do that. I wouldn't want to be a burden. Yuri, can you please accept that I genuinely enjoy spending time with you? Walking home is not a chore, it's a privilege. Her eyes shift away from mine. I know you wouldn't lie to me. It's just hard for me to believe that. It's true. Well then, I'll just have to prove it to you. I hold out my hand to her. I'm not sure if that's the right move, but it seems like the polite thing to do. It stares at my hand for a few solemn moments, looking surprised. She tentatively places her hand in mine. Her skin is so soft and delicate. I'm worried I'll break her hand if I squeeze hard. If that's the case, I certainly wouldn't say no to your company. Her cheeks are still bright red, but a small smile seems to stuck to her face. We walk hand in hand into the darkness of the night. Small street lamps illuminate our path, the sound of crickets, owls, and wind-blown leaves keeping us company in the quiet night. The scent of petrichor hangs slightly in the air, and the ground is damp with the puddles of recent rainwater. But it takes a deep breath, savoring the smell of the wind. I'm not sure why, but with her hand in mine and the ambient nature around us, I feel at peace. I didn't even realize it had rained. Only a little. It happened while we were swimming. If I recall, you were a little preoccupied with winning your game at the time. Seems that wave of peace has washed over here as well. The red complexion is gone from her face, and the stutter in her voice has all but disappeared, and our intertwined hands don't seem to bother her. Not that I'm complaining. You all like the rain, don't you? Yuri's eyes trace the treetops nearby, as if studying every silhouetted leaf in the distance. I hadn't thought of it like that. I suppose I do. Something about the constant presence of sound and smell. It's reassuring. Sometimes on rainy nights I leave my window open a crack. Just enough so that the cold winter air can fill my room. And the sound of pattering rain is loud enough to drown out my thoughts. When I wake up, my whole room smells like rainwater. It almost feels nostalgic in a way. His hand traces a line across the top of a nearby bench. Cold water rushes off the edge, propelled by her finger. Then drops cascade from her nails. Like the tears of time and memory have fallen from the heavens to renew the earth. That's very poetic. She looks back to me, smiling. I suppose it is. Her violet eyes shoot back to the world around us. It's almost as if she's in a trance, caught in the hypnotizing gaze of the natural world. It's strange. I didn't expect to see a side of Yedrah like this, but now that I have, so much of her seems clearer. Without Yatito, do you like the rain? Her eyes gaze into mine as if probably I'm pondering my song. To be honest, I had only ever thought of rain as an inconvenience. But after a year I shared how she felt, I'm struggling to see it that way again. I look around, seeing the world through her eyes. The light reflected in the falling droplets, the crystal light shimmering of the grass, the misty haze reflected in the streetlight. My phone fucking blowing a notification. It never occurred to me how much small details could look so beautiful. I think rain is like a purification, washing away the dirt and darkness of the normal world into something pure and clean. But it takes another look around, as my words were presented as images in front of her. I see what you mean. You're quite poetic yourself. I laugh. Compared to you, I'm barely literate. It giggles, hiding on a blushing face behind her hand. That's very kind of you, Atazoth. You're always so considerate. I could swear I felt Yuri's grip on my hand tightening. Well, I don't know about that. I know. I get the feeling that people don't consider you as much as they should. As I can relate to that. Much of Yuri's face didn't bear the damp veil of purple hair, but I can see the edges of her cheeks. I'm always surprised by how I like Yuri. And yet we're different too, like the way she sees the world around her. Even now I struggle to see the fallen rain in the ephemeral way she described it, as anything other than a sea of crystalline glass. I cannot fucking read. This girl is amazing. POV switch. The cold air digs into my skin, forcing me to huddle deeper into my sweater. Despite the chilling winds, I'm not uncomfortable. The calloused hand held in mine has been keeping me warm, along with the warm blood that's been rushing to my face. I feel like I'm in a dream. My heart is pounding like an earthquake within my chest, but every second my mind urges me to know my place, to rip my arm away and to apologize. My other, stronger part of me is unwilling to let go, as if slipping from his grasp would mean losing him entirely. I know that on any other day I would struggle to even speak around him, but today I'm spewing out poetic language at his feet. I can't help it. I want so desperately for him to see how idle I am. I also crave his approval. But he still like me if you saw the real me. My emotions battle in a raging war in my mind. I cannot read still. Raging war within my mind. I must seem like a wreck. Every time I sneak a peek at his eyes, they seem locked onto the signs of dripping raindrops around us, as if there had never been anything more interesting. I barely even noticed how I started studying every part of his skin and every rise and fall of his chest. He gazes out at the world around him, the wind tussling his hair just right. Moonlight reflects off of the puddles around us, giving his face a faint silver sheen. Part of me doesn't want to go home. Part of me wants to lead him on an endless walk, seeing how long he would stay by my side, how long it would take him for him to leave. Wonderful. I unstopped my head from swiveling over Atazoth, desperate over what he found so entrancing. Then his eyes were drifting around our surroundings, staring into the trees. God, this is agony. Just once I'd like him to look at me. He'll look at me, describe me in the way he described you on the grass. Just once I'd like to hear him express affection for me. I traced at the thought. Just once I could live with only ever hearing it once, as long as I heard it right. But I know in my soul that's a lie. One affectionate word from Atazoth, and I never feel satisfied for the rest of my life. God, how does he do this to me? I used to revel in my loneliness. I never cared so much about how one person thought of me. But now, it's all that occupies my mind. I'm obsessed. I feel my arms subconsciously tug out of Atazoth's soul, breaking the link between us. His eyes immediately shift to mine. You okay? Shh, phone. No, I'm not. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. That me a good night. There's no need to find pain in every little moment. I take a few deep breaths to calm myself. I'll not let my line ruin this night. No more mistakes. Yeah, sorry. Just a lot going through my mind right now. Anything you'd like to talk about? Of course you'd ask that. As the face is as impassive and readable as always. I center myself, breathing in the fresh air around us. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, just my emotions getting better of me. Still worried about what you said to Natsuki. Oh, guilt crashed over me. I'd forgotten all about that. Truth be told, it was on my mind, but yes, it does worry me. Natsuki seemed fine earlier, but she can hide her emotions surprisingly well when she needs to. Ability I wish I could learn. I think she's upset. I should probably talk to her. God, she probably hates me. As I raised an eyebrow. But I think so. I'm not shakily. I should feel bad, but my body is drained, physically and emotionally. It's like my obsession was filling a rage void in my chest, but now that I've pushed it aside, I struggle to feel anything at all, aside from the ever-present disappointment in myself. I don't think she hates you. What? Why not? Azo looks to me, then to the sky, likely think out how to best word his response. Night after it happened, I had a very long talk with Natsuki. You two spoke. Yeah, believe it or not, I do talk to people sometimes. He grinned slightly, I cannot but raise the corners of my lip in turn. But nearly all she thought of was how worried she was for him. Her words rang out, but I struggled to register them. Really, I just can't imagine it. Her imagination does not dictate reality. I mean it. She cared so much about you that she has started accusing me of manipulating you. Really? That I don't have as much trouble as realizing. Natsuki's spot and face appears clearly in my mind. I'd have been impressed if I wasn't so offended. Well, stop manipulating me and she won't need to offend you, I say, trying to hide my quiet laughter. Atazoth smirks ever so slightly. It's a good look on him, one I wouldn't mind seeing more of. Still, even if Natsuki was worried for me, I shouldn't have said what I said. I should still apologize to her, even if I'm not looking forward to it. Scared of a little one? Unbelievable. Why did he disappear so suddenly? Unbelievable so she can hold a lot of rage in a tiny body. Like a chihuahua, I hear Sadie's voice in my mind. Want me to back you up when you do? I could be your bodyguard. You'd really give up your life to me like that. Atazoth scoffs playfully. Atazoth scoffs playfully. I did promise to protect you, didn't I? Mine flashes back to that moment, not a hug. He rushes to my face all at once. God, my mind is like a metronome, switching between happy and sad, anxious and brave in the span of a heartbeat over and over. I need to learn some self-control by being here with him. I feel better. I realize just how much of him I want. I want to read with him, talk with him, stay up late and watch the sunrise with him. I want to go to Monika's house tomorrow with him at my side. I have to tell him, for my own sanity. I can't afford to wait another day to know how he feels. Mine has been split ends all night. If we're not meant to be, I need to know. The walk is solid as we continue onwards. Bit by bit, we're getting closer to my house and further from being together. My mind is wrapped within my own thoughts, trying to break free. A car races by, flashing my eyes with light, which is enough to break me out of my state for just a moment, long enough to notice the most amazing view. Oh, the stars tonight, as it slowly comes to halt beside me. Are you? Oh, He looks out in the night sky, follow my gaze. Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't know why I'm always stargazing at home, but tonight, a tapestry of crystal fire, woven in swirling pools of shadows. That's wow. I recall a story I read once about a man who was stuck traveling through space. He was a religious man who often prayed to his gods to save him. Eventually, he came to a realization. If his god had made the earth for humans, why had he made the stars, the planets, and the rest of the universe? The man never met any aliens, no other life form it could have been made for. So he theorized that God created the celestial heavens purely so he could look up and marvel at their beauty. What happened to the man? He died, bathing in the glory of his god's most beautiful creation. It was a tragic end, but quite poignant. That sounds incredible. It was. The stars enthrall me. I don't even feel anxious about rambling just now. This moment is too beautiful. Yuri, they always see the world this way. How do you mean? I turned to look at Atazoth. His eyes, the stars reflect in them, as if they were shining out of his soul. He seems completely enraptured by his sight in front of him. The stars, you call them crystal fire. It seems like you can see beauty even in the tiniest things. Oh wait, this is so good. Finally seeing emotion on MC's face is so good. He's fucking enamored by it. I suppose. That's amazing. Just once I think I like to see the world through your eyes. I like to see those watery memories you spoke of, those swirling shadows. For someone so hurried by the world to see so much beauty in it. I can only imagine. The pounding of my heart returns. When the frosty night air doesn't stop the heat from rushing throughout my body. I tear my gaze away from Atazoth, trying to get soaked in the view once again. It doesn't work. I have to tell him. It's the perfect moment. At a fairy tale ending, I can't let him slip away. Atazoth? No, don't flash away now! No! The night is still as we look up towards the stars. Now that she's helped me see the world through her eyes, I could not have asked an artist to make a better view than this. What is happening to me? It's been so long pushing people away, my family, my friends, everyone. And here comes this one girl. I've barely known her for a week and I already felt myself sitting here late at night watching the stars with her. The fact that one person can hold so much influence over me, it's terrifying. Goodness knows what my father would do if he found out. I'm scared. I'm scared to lose her, scared to have her. Yuri beams brightly despite shivering from the cold, mesmerized by the pristine beauty before her. She steadily inches closer to me, taking a deep, shuddering breath. Atazoth? She reaches out her hand and over mine until our fingers interlock. Her whole body is shaking, her eyes wide and shocking to see her take my hand so wildly. Her hand is thick with sweat, and she stares at the ground, refusing to look me in the eye. Yuri? I can feel her heartbeat pulsing through her fingers, her hand so soft. I can't bring myself to pull away. There's something I need to tell you. Yuri looks terrified. Holy shit, the CG is so good! Who made the CG? I must know their name. My heart starts beating rapidly. I'm not entirely sure why. Is it my protective instincts kicking in? If something is scaring her, it might be the reason she's crushed my hand. Maybe the reason she's shivering this whole time. I try to still my raging emotions to appear as confident as possible. If I reassure her, I won't let her feel scared, not admire. What is it, Yuri? Yuri trembles, unable to get out a single word. It's okay. Take your time, gather your thoughts. You can stay here as long as you need. Our eyes meet. Yuri's confidence seems to shrink even further. I look back to the stars and wait for her to find her voice. What could she need to say that's so important? What could be troubling her this much? Why does she need to tell it to me? His hand still trembles in my grip, her breath, body, and hyperventilation. Did I do something wrong? Is it my fault she's frightened? I suppose what I do best. That's good things. All I can do is go around terrorizing people. I scared Sarah by playing a simple pool game with her. Now Yedrah is too petrified to even speak to me. I realized that being intimated was a good fella to die. Some sick part of me has always been glad for it. Makes it easier to be avoided, easier to keep myself isolated. But seeing fear in the eyes of people I care about, I don't know if it's something I want to be anymore. What kind of person is so horrible that they friend their own friends? My thoughts are interrupted by a tightening grip from Yedrah. Atazoth, I really like you. I think we get along well. Obviously, I can't speak for how we feel, but what am I saying? I suppose I'm asking if you would like to go on a date with me. Nice find, Yuri, says my mind goes completely blank. That is not what I was expecting. She's pensive, she just ran a marathon in her hand. is clamped around mine as if it were our only support. I'll understand if you say no, or if I ruined our friendship, but I thought it might be nice to get to know each other a little bit better. And by my side picks out and takes at a million miles an hour. For the first time in a long time, I found myself lost for words. Oh, like I'm being carried into. If the nightmare was real, there's any truth to it. My fears, anxieties, and worries for Yuri's safety tug me in one direction. But his words, Sari's advice, and my heart pull in another. Isn't there a valid eyes only serves to further scramble my thoughts? Would I say... What? Why would I say no? Oh my god! Okay. No, we cannot say... No, we cannot say no. Yes, MC has flaws, so does Yedrah, but... people are not whole. I have no clue what I'm saying. If I can... Wait, Okay, let's think here. If he said no, Yuri's gonna get crushed. MC is gonna get crushed too, because he does like her. He wants to be with her. He knows she's the one, but he's afraid. But think of it this way. Ever since Yuri came into his life, he has become more human than he has ever been. Like, look at this stuff. Literally, the first time he came into town, he immediately tried to distance himself from Sari. Now, thanks to Yuri, basically, he's going on parties. He's having fun. He's getting his childhood back. The one that was taken away by his own father. He's been taught to live life as nothing more than a cog. A tool. Just a monster. And now, he has the opportunity to be human. Why would we say no? Yedrah? Her grip tightens like a vice around my hand. She seems to be holding her breath. To hell with fear. I think that's a wonderful idea. Wait, really? Yes, really. His breathing picks up again. Very sure to pass out before she speaks up a small stone. It throws the infant over the side of the bridge. Yes! A cheerful smile lights up her face. Sorry, I have no idea how nervous I was to ask that. Well, I'm glad you did. Okay, since there are choices, obviously there will be multiple endings to this one. We need to get the good one on our first try, please! Because I can't bear to go through this one several times only to fail and fail again. We have to get it right the first time, please. So am I. Yuri's grip loosens her mind, her breathing returning to a steady state. She turns back to the stars with a small stone on her lips. I could swear seeing her mouth a silent thank goodness under her breath. The sight makes my heart feel lighter than air. You know? Yuri's wildly gaze looks onto mine. There's no trace of the visible fear she's exhibited mere moments ago. I have anywhere to eat tonight. Why we go on a date right now? Oh, Atazoth. You have no idea how happy I am to hear you say that, but my mind's getting home tonight. I hate to be there when she does. But his mom, huh? I guess I don't have an excuse to avoid that meeting. Alright then, no proper day, but she'll have another 10 minutes to spare. I feel Yuri's script out again. I suppose I could be persuaded. Oh, they're both blushing. Marvelous so far, bloody hell. Tugging Yuri's side, I pull her along the path he came. Then I'd be happy to persuade you. I started jogging, pulling Yuri into a brisk run behind me. Where are we going? You'll see. He followed the path back into the main city. Back to the store where I met Noaxyz the other night. So why are we here? I inside towards back to the store. I searched for some lights for last night. Yedrah, pick one. They appears to machine before us. Ice cream. My tree, pick whichever one you like. Judging from Yuri's confusion, I begin to think this was an amazing idea for a date. Luckily, Yuri's smile lightens the room. How very sweet of you. I found like a chocolate, please. Good choice, and I get the same thing. My man. Bloody hell, dude. Oh, what a way to capture a girl's heart. Run to a random store in the middle of the night to grab ice cream. I love this MC so much. He's so... Oh my god. And I've never had ice cream that tasted so delicious. Mortifying that I spilled a bit of mine while we were walking, but Atazoth didn't hesitate to offer some of his. He likes me back. It feels like I'm walking on a dream of my own today. One where everything has gone right for me. And well, this is where we ended. Let's Noaxyz. I hope you enjoyed. Press like, comment, subscribe. I love you all. Bye bye.